Hello again, fellow woers. It's Landro here off of the Wildhammer EU server. Today I'm bringing a little bonus video where I'm hunting for Loque'Nahak, who is a very attractive, rare spirit beast who can be found in Sholazar Basin. She's very, very highly sought after, particularly by beast mastery hunters. She's probably the most attractive spirit beast in-game, in my opinion. She looks particularly ravishing when the hunter will use the Beastal Wrath talent, causing her to enrage, glow red, but yet her metallic blue spirit beast flashes and mouth and the upper bits of her torso still shine through. She looks very, very attractive when she's got Beastal Wrath on her. But I'm here for a different reason. I'm here to tick her off of my Frostbitten achievement. I've got 4 more to do, and I anticipate she will be the hardest of those 4. Very highly sought after, not just by hunters, not just by people who are on the Frostbitten achievement, but people who might just stumble across her and think she might drop some shining loot. This is still a very good questing zone. It's the mid-70s, lots of people still come here. I personally think it's the most enjoyable questing zone there is in the whole of the game. I really enjoy coming here, I think it's fantastic. You'll also get level 85 miners who will be hunting titanium ores, which are fetching very hefty prices at the moment, particularly on the Wildhammer server. So you'll get the 85 miners still flying around the outside of Sholazar for the mining nodes. All combined, it's a lot of people hunting for her and a lot of people in her general vicinity that might just stumble across her and might decide to kill her. So I anticipate quite a hunt. What I'm doing is flying from point to point. She has 7 spawn locations in total. I've come in via Wintergrass, so I've come from the south ones first, and I'm going around to the ones on the north, flying around the outside, taking in other routes from other NPCs. As you can see, I'm on the route for King Crush. I won't actually use him, but if I do stumble across him, I'll /who hunters and see if anybody wants to tame him. But Ayatona, the rare blue parrot, also spawns around here, so if I stumble across her, then I'll go and oh, and there we go. There is Loque'Nahak spawns at the northwest spawn location. I'll just see if any hunters are actually here, and there aren't, so I'm okay to take her out. I believe hunters should have priority on her for taming. The Frostbitten achievement gives you 10 points, that's it. I'm only doing it to kill some time when I'm hunting some of the other rares, so I can actually tick her off my list, and it didn't take half as long as I thought it would. So hopefully you guys have as much luck as I did. That's a pleasant surprise. Right, what I've got now is a little bit of footage from a couple of pugs that I done earlier today. I've included these in this video because what I want to do now is talk a little bit about my life away from WoW, because I think it's important that all us WoWers don't get too consumed in the game. There is a big wide world out there. We can come, we can have our enjoyment, we can play with our friends, and we can do all the things that we like doing in game. But don't neglect real life. It is hugely important that you keep your social life going, you keep physically active, you eat well. So I want to talk today, during some of this footage, some of the things that I do away from WoW that I think keeps me in, good mental and physical shape. I'm a huge sport fan. I like watching any form of sport, but I also play football. I train twice a week. On a Tuesday and Thursday I spend a couple hours down the AstroTurf running around like a lunatic, thinking that I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, scoring goals and celebrating like the professionals do. But what it does, it keeps me physically active. It keeps my social life going because there's 20 other people down there playing football, and we're running around, we're having a laugh. We're breathing the fresh air, so it's important that you pick a hobby. It doesn't necessarily have to be football. Not a lot of WoWers like football, if I'm being honest. But as long as you find something that gets you outside and keeps you active and gets your cardiovascular workout going and makes you breathe a bit heavier. As well as that, it's important that you relax. I think anybody who plays this game can be is certainly aware of the times when you get very stressed, if somebody ninjas a bit of loot, or if somebody continuously seeks to annoy you for whatever reason it may be. There's one person in particular that always used to come into Stormwind Auction House kill all the auctioneers and bubble her or have a summon on standby. And it was really bizarre. I'm not quite sure why he done it or what he got out of it, but he used to just try and annoy people, and you get really frustrated by those kind of people. So it's important that you find things that relax you. Sport is obviously one of those. It's very important that you keep physically active, but there's a couple other things I like to do. I like to do yoga. It keeps me supple, keeps my joints nice and flexible. It gives you a discipline to relax. So it's good. It's a good way of chilling out. And what I find with yoga is it's the discipline of it. It's the breathing that you get going. And I think that's a huge part of yoga, ensuring that your breathing pattern is controlled and it's slowed down, and deep heavy breaths. And that probably ties in with one of the other things I like to do, and that is meditation. I find that I like to do this a couple of times a week, particularly if I've got a stressful event I know is coming up. It's a good way of chilling out before that stressful event. And I'll do sort of breathing patterns. There's many very good techniques that are available online. You can literally YouTube many techniques that will give you. Some of them will be tutorials. They'll talk you through what you need to do, and some of them will just be music. So if you're a bit more competent, you can listen to relaxing music. But importantly, what they do is give you a chance to relax, give you a chance to chill out your body. It's important that you do that you don't overload your system. Woe is a very stressful thing. Even though it's there for enjoyment, it can stress you out, and there are times when you need to bring yourself back down. So though yoga and meditation are very good ways that I find to do that, and I'm sure that if you give them a try, you won't get instant results. You need to be disciplined, you need to keep going back and keep trying, but they will, over time, bring you back down after a stressful day of work and woe, or whatever it may be. So I recommend trying it. Another thing that I do, every Sunday, me and my girlfriend Amy, who will be appearing in the upcoming videos when we start giving away some prizes, she'll be the official, I don't know what you call it, announcer type thing, who announces who's won what and says their name and all that kind of thing, so look out for that. But we go on a Sunday, we go for a big hike. I'm very fortunate, I live in the Welsh countryside, but I think there's lots of parks even in the big cities that you can go to. But what I find it's a great way to chill out. We take the two dogs, we go walking in the mud, we go up over the hill, and you're away from all the stresses of everyday life. So it's a really good thing. It's one of the things that I probably look forward to most in the week. And what happens after we come back from a hike, which leads me quite nicely on to the other thing I want to talk about, is I'll come home and I'll cook a nice Sunday dinner for me and Amy. So we have lots of vegetables, lots of interesting meat joints, and we sit down together and we spend that time together eating well after a nice walk in the fresh air. And it is important that you eat well. There's a tendency amongst gamers to snack on food, to drink lots of fizzy carbonated drinks, lots of Red Bull, lots of Monster, all those kind of things. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a can of Red Bull or a can of Monster when you're playing gaming, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's also important you get lots of good nutrition in your body. There's a simple thing that I do regularly. I go to my local good food shop and I'll buy 4 or 5 different types of vegetables: potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, parsnips, celeriac, broccoli, beets, onions. And what I'll do is just chop them up, put them in a pan with a stock that you can buy from your local supermarket, vegetable stock, and you've got a really hearty, nutritious soup that once you eat it, you actually feel really, really good about yourself. It's one of those foods that there's this saying, good feel good food, and it's one of those kind of things. It's not chocolate, it's not a sugar rush, but it's just the goodness that you get out of knowing you've eaten something really nice like that. I don't like to eat a huge amount of processed meats. We've actually recently started a little food rota with me and my girlfriend, so we make sure we don't eat too much sausages, too much bacon, those kind of things, because they are easy. It's quick food. It's takeaways is another thing. You just walk around the corner and get a takeaway. So we do those things. It's nice to have a treat. Once a week we have Anything Can Happen Friday, where we go and have pizza and chips or kebab or whatever it may be. But earlier through the week we have specific days where one day we'll have rice with fish, one day we'll have white meat, so we'll have some chicken with some pasta and at least 2 steamed vegetables. Then we've got the roast dinner on a Sunday. We have our processed meat on a Tuesday, and then on a Saturday I cook for Amy's mum, so we have something a little bit different then. That's a bit wide-ranging food, depends what's going that day, but as long as you get some good hearty vegetables, fruits in your system, regularly, your woeing experience becomes much more enjoyable. You don't get so stressed, you don't get so agitated. And one of the big things that we're into at the moment, I got a blender for Christmas, so I've started making smoothies galore, and we just chuck any fruits in there. I mean, some of the combinations you think of them, lime, pineapple, banana, kiwi fruit, it looks vile, it looks like nuclear waste, but it's beautiful, it tastes really good. And we have a couple of smoothies throughout the week, and get lots of fruits. I snack on fruits as much as I snack on chocolate and crisps. Don't get me wrong, I like my chocolate, I like my crisps, I like the fizzy foods, but it's the same as everything, including woe. If you have it in moderation, it doesn't become bad for you so much as if you have it all the time. And as long as you get the good, nutritious foods, and as long as you ensure that your diet is really good, then everything with your entire life can become better. So I think that's an important thing I'm going to try and get across in my upcoming videos. I'm going to take some footage of my real life, my real hiking experiences. I'm going to show you some of the Welsh countryside. I'm going to show you some of the things we cook, some little cooking recipes, cheap, easy to make cooking recipes. I mean, some of the meals cost £2-3 to make. It was £3, what's that, about $5, about, I don't know, €350. And that's a meal for 2 people, and we often have leftovers that we'll take to work with us the next days. So I'll show you some of those, but I'll start doing a series of videos, and they'll be weekly, and they'll be my week away from woe, the things I do away from woe. It might not take your interest, but I'm going to try and get across my everyday life, because the point of these videos, as much as showing tips, tactics, transmog stuff, macros, all those kind of things, they're really good, but I also want to get across a message that we all have to have a life away from woe. It needs to be a good, nutritious, healthy lifestyle. Your gaming will become more enjoyable because of it, trust me. If you find something out there that gets you out into society and keeps you going, keeps you seeing your friends, keeps you seeing your family, all those kind of things, you will get so much more enjoyment from the woeing experience. So what I'm going to do is, as I said, do the weekly videos. I'll do mixed recipes in with hiking, with my real life stuff, and we'll tie it in with the videos, with the prizes. So what we're going to do is, to start with, give away monthly prizes, and they will range from in-game stuff that we'll give to you, some merchandise such as keyboards and mice and headsets that our local electronic store will be donating, and we'll give them a plug for doing that. There'll be some skateboard stuff that our local bike shops donating. And it will all, those prizes will be given out on the weekly updates that I do, talking about my outside stuff. So stay tuned for all the details of what it is. Stay tuned for more information on how you can win. It won't be as simple as leave a comment and we'll just randomly pick it. I'll seek to challenge you mentally, academically. There will be something that you have to physically do. Some of the early ideas will be revolving around maybe some fan artwork of Landro, some fan artwork of your characters, a stunning location close to you that you will have to be in the photo for to receive the prize, so that it's showing that you're getting out, maybe a recipe that you've got. The ideas are just flowing at the moment, but we'll give you more details as and when they get confirmed. So for now, thanks for viewing my latest video. The next one I'm going to do, which should be up not very long after this one, in fact it might even be up there now, is talking about some of the macros that I use as a priest, both in PvE and PvP. I'd like to apologise for the quality of this video. For some reason Fraps has been a bit not as good as it could have been, and it's gone a bit stuttery. I'll try and get that sorted for the next one. Thank you for viewing. Landro out.